What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, aka Johnny Run Sports. Today I went ahead and did a run, which is a little bit different than what I normally do. I had took a couple of days off from working out. Told myself I wanted to recover because last time I went to the gym, I worked out my legs really hard and I was sore, really sore. I woke up today after telling myself for the past couple of days that I was going to do a different run than I normally do. I usually just do like a little bit over 3 miles and do like a time trial. And I was like, well, let me just kind of do something different to break it up because I don't want to continue to have to always be so intense with all of my runs. And it kind of gets exhausting if I know that every time I get out there I have to push myself to the max. So I just decided to take it a little bit easier and do a longer run today. I kind of doubled my usual distance. I did 6 miles today and it turned out pretty decent. I did still kind of run hard during those first 3 miles or so. I still timed myself like it was a time trial and I ran, around 7:50 mark. Let me see what the stats say. I can't remember. If I remember correctly, the first mile was around like a 7:45 or something like that. So here's the stats. I did 6.02 miles at 8:14 pace was my average. Now that first mile that I did was a 7:42. So I got off to a pretty decent start and I felt great. I didn't have any aches or pains in my knees or anything like that. It felt strong and steady and I felt comfortable and I felt great, I got some good rest during these past couple of days, not having to work out. So, I usually 2 days off from work and doing any type of workout is kind of a longer time for me, but I think I like that better than squeezing all my workouts in together. So I'm going to start giving myself a little bit more grace periods in between workouts. Anyway, 7:42 pace on the first mile. The second mile was a 7:53, and you kept getting worse from there. The third mile was like a 7:57. Fourth mile was an 8:18. Fifth mile was 8:37, and sixth mile was a 8:58. And I don't know, it just kind of got progressively worse. I got tired and after the 3 miles is where I usually end, but I decided to just continue to go and just take it easy. I wasn't gonna kill myself, but I wanted to get more to change up my workout regimen because I've just been doing intense 3-mile runs all the time, and I just wanted to do something a little bit more less intense, but I still wanted to get kind of the full effect of having a good workout. And I felt good, I felt strong, especially during that first half. And then the second half, I was just like, let me just take it easy on myself. The weather was good. I wore a tank top and some swim trunks. And it was about 64 degrees or so at first when I got out there. It was a little bit breezy. I think the wind was kicking around 20, 25 miles an hour gusts is what it said. I don't know why that always tends to happen to me when I get out on a run. For some reason, it's always like windy. It's some type of conspiracy or something, I don't know. But I wore today, I was thinking to myself, well, what shoes I'm gonna wear? I don't have any shoes for because I was gonna do kind of think of what I'm gonna do for a long run. And I don't have any real decent long run shoes. I have the Gel Nimbus 26, but I tend not to want to use them for running. I don't want to use them for walking because of that wedge at the back of it. It makes it feel a little awkward, a little too much. The heel area is not my... I had the same issue with the Nova Blast. They had like that chunky heel and it just feels like a big wedge, and I just don't somehow enjoy it for running, but it's comfortable for walking all day. And I was thinking to myself, well, should I use the Gel Nimbus 26 for my long run? And I ended up going with the Saucony Tempest, the original, and this is a shoe that's one of my favorites. It's a highly coveted shoe. People rave about it and give it high marks, and I can see why. And I thought to myself, for a long run shoe, this would be great because I wanted to keep my mechanics, keep my legs going forward and keep my foot from any excessive movements that would not enhance me going forward. This is kind of what it does. This is a stability shoe, and it did great. And I still, it's still fairly new shoe to me. I got some mileage. I've worn it a couple, I don't know, maybe a dozen times so far, but it's still very good shape because I have good rotation on my shoes and very comfortable. I was very happy with it, with the way it performed and the way I performed in these shoes. And I don't know, I think this would be a good, more of a recovery shoe, more of a relaxed shoe. I'm not going to go too super fast with these. And my rotation is kind of messed up. I was supposed to do the Adidas SL2s because that's what's next in my rotation, but I'm kind of skipping around and not going in order. It's just kind of depending on the pace of that. I thought to myself, let me try the Adidas SL2s, but for that type of mileage, I don't know. This is more of a long run shoe, and I wanted something with a little bit more cushioning underneath, and this kind of fit the bill good, and I was happy with that decision. When I woke up this morning, I did weigh myself, and I checked myself. I weigh about 171 now. That's what I came up with. Let me confirm what that weight was. 171.2, so it's a little bit of weight gain, which is okay with me. It's not a huge deal. And I haven't checked my blood pressure yet, but I will check my blood pressure and give you guys the reading to see what my blood pressure is. And lately it's been coming down pretty good, so I'm happy with that. Still keeping the intensity, still kind of enjoying my runs and enjoying the sport of running. I sweat a lot today. I drank a little bit of water, enough water that I wasn't overdoing it, because sometimes I overdo it, and I know it's not good to drink too much water. But I sweat a whole lot today. I think it said 700 calories, 790 calories. I can't remember what the app said, but the statistics are there. I'll kind of show you the statistics if it shows it there. 791 kcals. I don't know if that's the same thing as calories or not. But that was something a little different that I normally don't track, but that was cool because, it was warm out there and it's starting to get hot. It's the springtime, and I don't think I'm going to continue to keep running outside because it's really warm, and so I'm going to try to bring these runs indoors into the gym next time or something on a treadmill. But that's what I got for my day, and let me know if you have any comments, questions, suggestions. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, John Dominique, aka Johnny Run Sport. Peace.